Hi there! For those of you who don't already know me, I am Sarah Beth Clark. This is Sarah Overshares, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different and talking about my first month in the YouTube partner program with this channel. I did actually have another monetized YouTube channel at one point, but I deleted that. It is gone now, and that's a story for another day. So before we talk about what I made my first month monetized, I have a little bit of a request for you. While you're absolutely welcome to watch this video, comment on it, and ask questions, please, I know this is weird, do not subscribe until you go watch my other content and make sure that you like that, because this is gonna be a little bit of a one-off. Today I'm gonna be talking about how much money I made my first month monetized, how I got there, whether I think it's worth it, and I have a little bit of advice and kind of a pep talk for people who are aspiring to get monetized on YouTube. Let's dive in. Rewinding a little bit to some background, I started this channel all the way back in 2020 when it seemed like your two options to keep yourself sane were to get on social media or start a new hobby, and I did both. In case you were wondering, I tried both macrame and that fluid pour painting, neither of which I have touched in the past 5 years. I uploaded pretty faithfully for a while there, and I even hired an editing service to help keep me on track. I was like, I'm gonna do this, but I never made it to monetization. With everything else going on, and maybe you can relate to this, I started experiencing burnout pretty quickly. I uploaded maybe once or twice in 2021, and otherwise I ghosted this channel. Coming back to YouTube from a 4 to 5 year hiatus was a little bit strange. Some of my old videos had a fair amount of views, and those had pushed me pretty far towards monetization, but I ended up taking those down once I hit that because I really did not feel like they represented where I wanted to be heading with this channel. I'm older now and my style has changed, which is fine, but I felt like I wanted a fresh start. Sorry to anyone who misses the old videos. I have had a few people ask about them since I took them down, but hopefully I will redo some of the list videos that were very popular. Keep an eye out for that if you are someone that's following me. With that little bit of background, let's talk about how I got to monetization. At the beginning of May, I uploaded a video showing the process of my first tattoo removal session on my chest piece, which if you haven't seen me before and you can't really tell from here, it's pretty extensive, so you can go watch that video if you're interested. I had not uploaded actual long form video to YouTube since 2021, and I uploaded this video very unexpectedly, got a bunch of views. That, in conjunction with my older videos, did end up finally pushing me over the monetization threshold. I continued to get more and more views on that video throughout the month of May. My first payout as a member of the YouTube Partner Program for the month of May 2025 was a grand total of, drumroll please, $301.29. I've watched some of these videos talking about how people got to monetization and what their first month of payout was like. So I know that that's decent. I have seen people post videos saying that, you know, their first month of payout was $10 or $20. And because I had those views on that tattoo removal video, that did get me farther. I ended up getting a lot of views on my older videos as well. Now that $301.29 covers less than 3/4 of my health insurance premium as a self-employed person in the United States of America, but I digress. It's definitely not enough to make this my sole form of income, but it is a start and I am grateful. I'm not sure what my revenue per meal or pay per 1,000 views was at the time that I got monetized, but as of this video, it is $3.28. From my Googling and understanding, it looks like the average for a vlog style channel on YouTube is an RPM of between $2 and $5. Correct me if I'm wrong. That puts me kind of right in the middle. Here's the part that I have some mixed feelings about. Was it worth it? The tattoo removal video started off being shown to who I would consider to be my ideal audience on any social media channel, but especially YouTube. And that is to say, fellow women and members of the LGBTQIA+ community. People who care about all the things that I talk about, people who have been through or thought about tattoo removal, or at the very least are curious about the process. For the first week or so, the views continued to climb. I was elated. The conversation in the comments section was constructive. It was incredible. It was, like I said, really like my target audience. There was a lot of commiseration from other people who have been through the process of tattoo removal. People saying, you know, I got one small tattoo removed. It's crazy that you're doing this. You're a trooper. I've been thinking about this. What's the average cost for this? Can anyone tell me how bad it hurts? Just things like that, relevant to the video. And it was great. It was wonderful. Unfortunately, after that first week or so, things started to shift. The algorithm began to pivot, and suddenly I had a lot more views, but also this influx of comments that were very different from the ones that were showing up in that first week where things were nice. YouTube began showing my video to men. Lots and lots of men. And not just any men, but specifically, for some reason, men over the age of 55. And not just men over the age of 55, but men over the age of 55 who absolutely hate tattoos in general, tattoos on women specifically, and the women who dare to defile their bodies by getting them. So if you look at the video that I made with my husband, my little husband reveal video, the title of that being kind of a joke based on the fact that I had all of those comments. Now, I have screenshot those, and I will be doing a video with my husband in the future where we react to some of those, but they are gone from the comment section. It took the comment section from thoughtful, supportive, curious, to honestly abusive and gross. Comments that weren't abusive were sexualizing me, and it was not great. As a married woman who is almost 40, I have been on the internet a very long time. I have been a full-time content creator for many years, and I have no desire to deal with that nonsense. Was it worth it to have that one video that pushed me over the edge and make that $301.29 because I was finally monetized? Or, in my opinion, would it have been better to keep cranking out one video a week approximately and slowly but surely build towards getting invited to the YouTube partner program? It's really hard to say. I know an awful lot of people don't care how they get there. They just want to get that one video. And if you do not care about building a community, then getting that one video out that gets a lot of views, that pushes you over that threshold, might be fine for you. I personally would have probably rather had my video not escape containment, as it were, and just continue to reach my more ideal audience, but that's just me. My advice to other creators, as someone who has been a creator for over a decade and worked on the brand side and agency side as well, is to say don't get discouraged if you're not seeing videos that get these giant view counts. It really is kind of like they say, the slow and steady wins the race. The difference between slowly building up a community that cares about what you're posting and having a video get a lot of views, whether it's just a few 100,000 or really going viral, both of which I have done quite a few times, is that one is going to be probably a little bit more of a pleasant experience than the other one. There are a few negatives to getting a lot of views from people who are outside of your sort of ideal target community. You might get a lot of followers from going viral, but if the video that you went viral for is not something that you're going to be repeatedly replicating on your channel, you can end up with a large subscriber count, but a very unengaged audience, which the algorithm can take to mean that nobody's really interested in your content and your views will tank. making it potentially very hard to continue to grow in the long term. Now, I couldn't tell you, honestly, if having this video reach so many men. I'll put up a screenshot of my audience mix right now because of this video. Still, I think it was like 80-something% men and mostly senior citizens. I did gain several thousand followers from this video, getting a lot of views, and it's hard to say if those are people who are genuinely going to be interested in my content going forward, or if they're just going to be hate watchers or waiting for me to do the thing again. So only time will tell if that harmed me rather than helped me. As someone who has been doing this for a very long time across many platforms, I can also very confidently tell you that once your content sort of, I say, escaped containment and reaches a wider audience, you'll often see more negativity and, I keep using scare quotes, but hate watching. None of the algorithms on any of the platforms that I have ever been active on has distinguished between someone that is a genuine fan and someone that is engaging in a way that is negative. That can feel overwhelming, but that is part of the territory once you are getting this exposure to a wider audience. Once you put your work out there, you have zero control over who's going to see it and how they're going to feel once they do. It can get messy, but you really have to learn to laugh at those people when they say something really out of pocket and honestly kind of feel sorry for them if you feel anything at all. You are out there creating content. You are doing something productive, constructive. Those people are consuming your content and being consumed by whatever feelings that they have of negativity, of dissatisfaction with their own lives. They're just seeking that little dopamine hit that they get by saying things on the internet behind their screens that they would never say to your face in real life. You are doing something. You are making something, and all they're trying to do is tear people down. Boring. Here's my advice to you. Keep creating. Be consistent. Don't wait for the perfect post. You never know what might be that thing that pushes you over the threshold for monetization. The next thing you post could be the thing that helps you find your people. So stop chasing perfect, and whatever you do, don't ever let the haters get you down. As for me, I'm going to be working very hard to continue to create my content and hopefully steer my audience back towards the people that I was originally creating for, which would be primarily women and the LGBTQIA+ community, as I said earlier, and anyone who's interested in conversation about tattoos, tattoo regret, tattoo removal, because that's sort of where I am in my tattoo journey at this point. I'm not getting tattooed anymore. I don't really plan to in the future. Personal growth, healing, identity, being a woman who is almost 40, and just the stories that tie all of that together. One silver lining from the flood of viewers that I didn't really want is not only helping me get to that $301.29, they also left some truly unhinged comments that my husband and I will be making a reaction video to. So if that's something that you're interested in, please stick around. As long as you are not one of the people who left those comments or who would leave those comments, because you will just be blocked. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to leave me any questions you might have about the YouTube Partner Program, monetization, how to get there, social media in general, because that's kind of what I am technically an expert in, down in the comments, and I will be happy to answer them. Again, please check out my other videos before hitting that subscribe button. I know that that is a fairly uncommon thing to request. You can also follow me on Instagram at Sarah Overshares. Again, if you are not a creepy weirdo dude. Thanks for watching, and see you next time, or not. Bye!